I read a lot of articles and about Dubai, UAE, but this particular article really impressed me a lot. It's an opinion piece that has been written there, and if you check the opinion piece, it's very intelligently written. I have to give credit to the author. His name is Matthew Klint. Okay, this is Live and Let's Fly. And the title of the article is Trouble in Dubai. As Emirates goes, so the nation goes. Okay, it's 7th October 2020. So what it says here is compare pictures of Dubai from 1985 and today, and you will be flabbergasted. To say much has changed would be an understatement of the century. How did that happen? One word, Emirates. But with demand for air travel deeply distressed, Dubai is feeling the heat as like never before. As Emirates and Dubai shrink together, so does the economic fortunes of millions. Okay, then the heading is Mutual Woes, Emirates and Dubai shrink together. It says, if you want to understand how important Emirates is to the economy of Dubai, 2020 presents a perfect case study. As a pandemic has devastated air travel and tourism that has had enormous ripple effects throughout the entire economy of Dubai, Emirates has shed tens of thousands of workers, most of them expatriates. These foreigners are not just leaving Emirates, they are leaving Dubai. The result has been catastrophic for restaurants, bars, gyms, hotels, and private schools. Now, very true, and I'll tell you the reason why. Restaurants, because see, most of these cabin crew, they travel. Yes, their work is pretty stressful, but they used to have plenty of days where they had off. They had a lifestyle where if you travel to a place, you stay 5-star, you travel first class because obviously your cabin crew, you're traveling anywhere. But once you land there, you stay in a 5-star accommodation, 5-star hotel. Then you get to travel. You get to enjoy. It's like a paid leave. So, and then you show off on social media, Instagram, Facebook. I'm living the dream. I'm traveling. I'm enjoying myself. So, you tend to have a lot of money that you wish to spend. And for those people to eat in restaurants, it's just part of the game. And especially when you're attractive, because as cabin crew, you need to be attractive. You get a lot of people who want to take you out. In fact, in UAE, there's so many bars and pubs that give Emirates cabin crew free booze, especially if you're a girl. Free booze, because they wanted girls to come there, they wanted girls to get drunk, and then obviously the desperate men who are desperate for women, they would come there and they wouldn't mind spending even just to enter. Okay? So, restaurants and bars. Gyms, yes, because when you have plenty of time in your hands, you want to enjoy, keep fit, and it's part of a young man's sport. Okay. Hotels, obviously. Private schools. When you earn a good salary, you want the best in life and you want to give your children the best. So all these areas, correct. As Timmy, Emirates president, told the Wall Street Journal, it's extremely difficult for the hospitality sector, the restaurateurs, the hoteliers, but they are not alone. The number of people coming to Dubai has significantly reduced. Everything has to go into a deep freeze. Take Rock Bottom Cafe, a familiar hangout and watering hole. I like that, watering hole. To anyone associated with the Emirates. Located just blocks from one of the compounds of the houses that houses Emirates employees, it used to be packed well into the night. Every week of the night, COVID-19 devastated business for months. This is, a very Western kind of life, I guess. I could never understand, at least I don't know. I guess it's part of the Western culture where people, after they finish hard day's work, they go to a bar or pub and sit down with their friends and they drink. It's a very social thing for them. I don't know, maybe because I'm like reserved. I can never understand what is it. Thank goodness I do not drink alcohol. I've never touched alcohol. They sit, they'll sip and they'll talk. What do you talk? Do you talk anything of value or do you just gossip and talk shit? What do you talk? You just waste time. Sitting and drinking, overpriced, fermented, whatever. And you're talking, you're wasting time. How the fuck does that help anyone? Anyway, it's good for people who want to get drunk and whatever. And then people who cannot control their drinking habits, obviously in Dubai especially, bars and pubs and these places, you get all these girls who are looking for rich patrons. And these guys are looking for a quick shag, especially after drinking alcohol. You lose control. So you want to pleasure yourself. So these girls charge you for money. Yes, consenting adults, let them enjoy. But I look at this as a very useless, pointless, and valueless kind of exercise. I mean, if you want to read a book, okay. If you want to educate, okay. If you want to be with your family, fine. Even if you play a game, it's stimulating for the mind. But drinking and talking nonsense, I don't know, just not my thing, at least not my thing. Anyway, across Dubai, hotel occupancy rates have gone from 95% in some cases to even 10% to 15%. Okay. Combined Emirates woes with COVID-19 restrictions and many businesses have permanently closed or face the risk of imminent closure. Here's one thing which people don't think about. When you shut down your business, it's not just the business shuts down. You need to pay your debtors. You need to pay other expenses. And in many cases, when a business closes down, you don't get the rent. You don't get the investments. You don't get everything that you spend money on. It all goes to a loss. Okay? And then you need to pay from your savings to make good that loss. All right? To a latter point that even if a bar like Rock Bottom Cafe was able to attract a crowd, all patrons must remain 6 feet apart. This makes dancing difficult. Well, first world problems, I guess. The government has infused Emirates $2 billion this spring, the first time it has directly poured money since Emirates was established in 1985. Even though they have put money directly, indirectly, they have always put money. Okay. It might not be enough. Conclusion. So Emirates is carrying 12% of its passengers it carried at this time last year. 12%. Just imagine, before 100, now it's only 12. Okay, example I give. That's about how much Dubai's economy will contract this year. So it will contract by 88%. And COVID-19 cases are ticking up again. I remember the article where Dubai said, we have done it, we have succeeded, UAE is the only country that overcame COVID-19. I wonder what happened to that statement, that bold and brave, visionary statement. You can bullshit about other things. You can't bullshit about the real stuff. In fact, Dubai just set an all-time new record this week for the highest number of daily cases. At least they are always setting up new records. So, good. Even as Emirates has offered free travel insurance, few are biting and many cannot due to international border closures. Yes, obviously, because you might keep your borders open, but if nobody is going to come in, what are you going to do? In fact, later on, you'll see some of the articles where they're not letting people even come in, even to seek employment or jobs and all that. So you don't want people who want to come in. You want people who have money to come in, and people who have money don't want to come in. Okay. Dubai is a stark reminder of how important air travel is to a wider economy and what an essential bedrock Emirates is for Dubai. Okay. So about the author, which I thought was very intelligently put, he is Matthew Klint. He's an avid traveler who calls Los Angeles home. Every year he travels more than 200,000 miles by air, visited more than 135 countries, working both in the aviation industry as a travel consultant. He has been featured in major media outlets and uses his Live and Let Fly blog to share latest news about the airline industry, commentary, frequent flyer programs, and detailed reports of his travel worldwide. Very intelligent article. I would say these kind of people, their blogs you should read because it gives you a perspective of the reality of things and situations. So let me know, what do you think? Do you think he's right? Do you think he's wrong? And do you think UAE will survive or not survive? I mean, sustain or make a comeback in 2023. Let me know your thoughts. And yes, if you do know of any good ideas, maybe put them down below. It'll be very interesting to read your perspective. So let's move on to the next news.